My name is Ellie and today I'm going to be going over my top 5 tips for using and cooking in a pizza oven. Let's do it. Getting the perfect stone temperature in your pizza oven is really important to ensure that your pizza cooks properly and perfectly. I use the center of a stone to monitor the stone temperature for my pizza cooking. If the stone is too hot, it will burn your base. It will burn at the back. That's when you know your stone has got too hot. You can smell it burning within seconds of putting it in the oven. On the other hand, if it's too cold, I've cooked on a stone at 400 degrees centigrade in the center, and that hasn't been high enough a temperature for me to get a good base cook. If you've got a very thin dough and you cook at 400 degrees centigrade, it's more likely to cook it faster and better than a thicker dough. So the dough size does make a difference to your temperature on the stone, but for both thicker doughs and thin doughs, I would recommend around 430 degrees to 450 degrees in the center of the stone. The gas pizza oven stones don't tend to get as hot as the wood-fired stones. 430 degrees centigrade, that temperature in the center will allow your pizza to pick up higher heats at the back and lower heats at the front of the pizza oven. So all around, after rotations, it will pick up all those different levels of heat and give you a consistent cook as you rotate your pizza. Your base of your pizza will cook at the same time as your crusts and the toppings. You may want to even take it up to 450 degrees centigrade if you prefer a darker base cook. Wood-fired pizza ovens will get hotter on the stone, and I still cook at 430 degrees in the center with these ovens, but some of the ovens have thicker stones. The thicker the stone, the more heat retention it will have. Second tip, cleaning your pizza stone. I wouldn't advise washing your pizza stone. Put it in a high heat oven. If you've got a gas pizza oven, put it on full flame and turn it every 10 minutes to burn the edge off where you've got the debris, burn that area off, and also turn your stone over after each cook. With wood-fired ovens, you don't really need to worry about it that much because when you're heating up your pizza oven, the high heat from the wood flames normally takes away any debris on your stone, but I would still turn that over after every pizza cook. Tip 3. Using the right pizza peels. It's really important that you feel comfortable with your pizza peels because they are integral to the way that your pizza ends up in the oven. For example, launching, it's really important that you feel comfortable with your peel. Make sure your pizza pops off it very easily. I use a wooden peel and I use a very lightweight one, and I use semolina to put the pizza on for the launch. But whilst I'm cooking my pizza, I use a perforated pizza peel, both round ones and squarish ones. It doesn't matter which ones. I tend to turn with both shapes. They're all perforated, so that's really important because the heat can come through as you're cooking, and also the semolina or flour that you may have on the base of your pizza will just fall away during the cook. The important point about pizza peels is that you mustn't turn your pizza with a wooden peel. The wooden peel is just for the launch only. And for me, the lighter they are, the better. It's easier to use a lighter pizza peel than a heavy pizza peel. Tip 4. Rotating your pizza. My motto is, every turn stops the burn. I've learned that from experience because I have burnt pizza by not turning them quickly enough. I haven't turned them enough during my pizza cooking. As I've got more experienced, I have learnt to rotate it less and do tend to probably rotate just 4 or 5 times during a cook now. And if I'm really lucky, and it is luck, twice I think is the least I've ever turned, but that's not something that I ever aspire to. It's just, I just do what I feel is right. when you're starting off and for a long time after that. Just turn it as many times as you like, because the last thing you want to do is burn your pizza. So my motto, better to turn than burn, still stands. And my final and fifth tip is, if you are new to pizza ovens, they have got a very high heat, and getting used to that high heat flame with your crust right at the back. And I ended up burning quite a lot of my crusts at the back of the pizza, and so I started to make smaller pizza in my ovens and learn from there. So I started off small and gradually increased the size as I got to know my oven better, got to manage the flame better and everything else. I didn't have to worry about burning my crust. The small pizza is easier to rotate. You can move it to the back of the oven as you get more confident. So you might start off with your small pizza in the middle of the oven, and as you get more confident, you move it further back and closer to the flame as you learn to rotate. And then as you get more confident again and more experienced, you can increase the size of your pizza. You can move your bigger pizza closer to the flame. So it's just building up your experience and your confidence in the flame. Every pizza oven is slightly different to use, and it's also different cooking in windier weather. So if you are cooking in a breeze, be mindful of that. The closer your pizza is to the back, when there's a gust of wind, you're likely to get a burnt crust. So it's just picking up all these things. You are outside. It's also being aware of the weather around you, and the coldness of the day might take a bit longer for your oven to heat up on a colder day than it would be on a warmer day. And it also takes longer to heat up your oven on a windier day, because it tends to blow the flame away from the stone as you're heating it up. That's not so much with wood pizza ovens with a door on, but it is with gas-fired ovens that don't have pizza doors. So those are my top 5 tips for using pizza ovens. I hope you found them useful. I certainly enjoyed going through them. I've learnt a lot over the last few years. I'm still learning. I have learnt so much from you in the comments, as well as from my experiences of using the ovens. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. For more pizza oven videos, check the link here.